As we start to kind of wrap this up, talk about what does healing really look like. Talk a little bit about what healing looks like, what you kind of tell your community, your patients on, like, if somebody is listening to this right now and they're stuck, right? They fall in one of these stats, right? They're feeling overwhelmed about their money. They're not happy with what they're going to, their job. They're not happy with their life, even though they driving it, living in it, making six figures, vacationing to it. What would you tell them to start that healing process and start to build a rhythm where they can kind of pull themselves out of that rut?
The first thing I would say that healing is a process, and healing doesn't mean the situation never happens again. It just simply means it takes you a shorter amount of time to get better. Healing doesn't mean you never get triggered or you're never bothered by a situation. It just means it takes you a shorter time to recover. It's like an athlete playing sports. An athlete that plays basketball. You know, when you're a kid, you play basketball. A kid that's in college or an NBA player that plays basketball and has been playing basketball all of their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they started spraining and turning their ankles at a young age. So now that I'm an adult, I'm no longer shocked or super absorbed by a turned ankle. I've dealt with this several times before. Now I know how to treat it. I know the recovery time. I know what to do. I know how to stay off of it. And now I can still play. But the first time you turn your ankle and twist your ankle,
Mm-hmm.
and you say, I'm out for weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the 5, 10 years later, you say, man, I'll be back tomorrow.
But yeah.
So see, that recovery time is so much shorter. That's what healing and healthiness looks like.
Wow, I like that. Cut the recovery
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I'm okay with you having bad minutes, seconds, even hours, but not bad days.
Come on.
It's 24 hours in a day. So in theory, to have a bad day, it has to be 12 to 16 hours of the day. That's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
8 of them, on average, 8 of those hours are going to be sleep.
Yeah.
So that knocks you down to 16 automatically. So 12 to 16 hours have to be bad. So now let's be super focused. Of those 12 to 16, what were you thinking about? Things that you can control or things that you can't control. On the best days of your life, you had the best thoughts. The worst days, you had the worst thoughts. On the best days, you focused on what's in your control. Worst days, the things that aren't in your control.
Wow.
So let's not have any bad. But there again, what's your level of awareness?
Awareness. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I understand an individual's level of awareness based on how they tell me their week was. Horrible. How was your week? Horrible. Low sense of awareness.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Because the whole week is not horrible. That's the story that they're telling themselves. So, like you just said,
one situation, Major. I was at a restaurant. Seriously, I was at a restaurant and I was, you hear things. I was listening to a woman, 2 older ladies. They were having a conversation, and she says, "Such and such ruined my life." And I'm looking, and I'm like, "Wow!" She appeared to be in her mid to late 60s at least. And I said, "Wow!" So I just heard her say that this individual that she had one situation with ruined her life. So, but she's telling herself that. Not only is she telling herself that, she's having dialogue with another individual about that situation that ruined her life. And remember, we talk about this all the time. The person that says he can or the person that says he can't. But if I'm telling myself that this situation ruined my life, then I'm going to be led to believe that it ruined my life.
Yep.